What up, YouTube, and welcome back to the Collector's Domain. It's your boy Joseph here, bringing to you another MTG review. Today we have the brand new Beyond Theros booster box that we just picked up at the pre-release this weekend, and we are going to be breaking this box up into different parts. I don't think I want to get through all 36 in one video because on this channel, as you guys know, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm more of a casual gamer, so I want to go through these cards a little bit slower, at a slower pace than somebody like Alpha Investments or Bad Boy Gaming. So I want to take my time and absorb it. So if you're looking for just a quick unpacking video, maybe this channel's not for you, but we're going to go slow through this, and we're going to slow roll those rares in these packs. So this weekend, this paid us a visit at our local game shop, and they pre-ordered these a while ago, and we got a buy a box promo, Athreos, and a foil Nyx land full art. So that was the bonus. I showed that off in another video, but this was the piece de resistance. We actually finally get some cards now. I'm playing with the lighting. These are terrible lighting in my opinion, but hopefully this shows off the cards a lot better. I hope the glare is not too bad, but if it is get too bad, we'll switch it back over in the next video. But let's get right into it, shall we? We're going to break this up into 12 packs per video. But yeah, this is a beautiful box. Like, yeah, I just love the color for this set. So, bam. Now, devotion and escaping death are the themes for this set. Remember, we've got Elspeth. Now, hopefully we pull up some better Elspeth cards than we have with the Planeswalker decks. Those were terrible. So let's see if we can do better. Okay, that just looks great. That glare is pretty bad though, ain't it? There we go. Okay. There we go, guys. Looks great. We've got 3 different. Let's go through this side first, shall we? Woohoo! This looks great. Now, this is supposed to be released to the public, or just in mass on the 24th. That's the end of this week. So, it's always great getting these pre-release items and getting these ahead of time. So, nice little heads up that we get. Now, too bad there aren't any codes that come with these. It is different than Pokemon. But it should still be fun opening these up anyway. Okay, so we've got... okay. Leon and the Lost Pride. This came as a common that came in the Planeswalker decks for Elspeth. Triton Wave Rider. Incendiary Oracle. There you go. Indomitable Will. This did as well. Moss Viper. This is the first time seeing this for me. Death Touch. 1/1 for green. Not bad. Blight Breath Catoblepis. Catoblepis is a 6-drop. 3/2. When Blight Breath Catoblepis enters the battlefield, target creature an opponent controls gets -X/-X until end of turn, where X is your devotion to black. That's cool. You got Relentless Pursuit. Reveal the top 4 of your cards of your library. You may put a creature or land among them, and or land from among them into your hand. Put the rest into your graveyard. Really enabling that escape mechanic. Inspire Awe. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn, except combat damage that would be dealt by enchanted creatures and enchantment creatures and enchantment creatures. That's not confusing. Scry 2. Okay, for 4-drop. Flummoxed Cyclops. Reach. Whenever 2 or more creatures your opponents control attack, Flummoxed Cyclops can't block this turn. That's funny. 4/4 and is a 4-drop. So I guess he gets flustered. Ooh, Hero of the Nyxborn. That is a beautiful looking card right there. Lots of color on that one. Real nice. When Hero of Nyxborn enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Whenever you cast a spell, that targets hero of Nyxborn. Creatures you control get +1/0 until end of turn. Alright, I like that. Shoal Kraken, great. That's one of these Kraken cards from this set are the ones that I'm really looking forward to playing. I want to create a deck around them, so that should be cool. Constellation, whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of Krakens in this deck, and in this set, so I would like to pick up a couple of these. Timuret, chosen from death. That's cool. Look at that artwork. Timuret's toughness is equal to your devotion to black. For 2 mana, exile up to 2 target cards from graveyards. You gain 1 life for each creature exiled this way for a 2-drop. That's pretty cool. I like that. I'm going to save that one. Nightmare Shepherd. Flying. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may exile it. If you do, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's 1/1 and it's a nightmare in addition to its other types. So that's interesting. You can get the abilities from the other card. So that'd be interesting to see what happens with that. And that's our rare for the pack. I should probably start separating these. Already have. Didn't even know it. And Sage of the Mysteries is our full holo. Is an uncommon creature, human wizard, constellation. So lots of draw, and we've got a swamp. Very cool. One of the better ones, and a human soldier. Okay, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. Let's put commons over here. What else we got? Now it's 1 pack down. Second pack. I forget this guy's name. He's new Planeswalker, right? I want to see some Ashiok cards. Okay, we've got Stern Dismissal. Return target creature or enchantment an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Very cool. I like that. I should just put the cards I like to the side. I'll go through it later. Nyxborn Brute. Enchantment creature, Cyclops, 7/3 for a 5-drop. Big and dumb. Heliod's Pilgrim. When Heliod's Pilgrim enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an aura card, reveal it, put it onto your hand, then shuffle your library. Interesting for a 3-drop. Nyxborn Colossus. Very cool. 6/7 for a 6-drop. Big and dumb. Temple Thief. Temple Thief can't be blocked by enchanted creatures or enchantment creatures. Cool. Elysian Caryatid for a 2-drop. Creature plant, tap it to add 1 mana of any color. If you control a creature with power 4 or greater, add 2 mana of any one color instead. That's cool. Omen of the Sea. Flash enchantment for a 2-drop. When Omen of the Sea enters the battlefield, scry 2, then draw a card. Or 2 and 1 blue. Sacrifice Omen of the Sea to scry 2. Interesting. Flicker of Fate. Instant. Exile target creature or enchantment, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. So very powerful card for flickering. Bringing back ETB effects. Very nice. I like this one. Going to be interesting to see where that one goes. Infuriate for 1. Instant. Target creature gets 3/2 until end of turn. That's pretty cool. Thaumaturge's Familiar. 1/3. Enters the battlefield. Scry 1 for a 3-drop. Colorless. Meh. Chainweb Arachneer. Creature Spider. Reach. When Arachneer enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal to its power to target creature with flying and opponent controls, and it has 5 escape. Chainweb escapes with +1/+1 counters on it, with 3 +1/+1s for 1 mana. That's pretty cool. Not for 1 mana, for, what was that, 5 mana. For 1 mana, you get a 1/2. So that's pretty cool. That's uncommon. Second uncommon, Fateful End. Instant Fateful End deals 3 damage to any target. Scry 1. There we go. There's our third uncommon. We just pulled this one. And our rare for the pack is Nyx Lotus. This is actually our second one. If you follow the channel, this is our second one. And I love this card. It's going to be great in Commander. And it's colorless. You can stick this in any deck. That is great. I'm going to use this for multicolor decks. to help fix that mana base. So that's cool. That's our first cool pack. We've got a Forest full art and Reflection token. That's cool. Tokens go here, lands down here, and I like that one. So let's I guess we'll put them right there. Make space for some mythics. Hey, we're actually going really slow with this. Maybe we should pick up the pace. 10 minutes in, and we're only on our 3rd pack. We are really savoring this one, guys. Okay. Hero of the Games. Creature Human Soldier for a 3-drop. When you cast a spell that targets Hero of the Games, creatures you control get +1/+0. Leona of the Lost Pride. Triton Wave Rider. Nilia's Forerunner. Trample. Other creatures you control have Trample. That's cool. 5/3 for a 5-drop. I like that one. That's cool. Giving other creatures Trample is always a good thing. Soul Reaper of Mogus. That's a really cool looking card. Sacrifice target creature, draw a card for a 3-drop, or activate that ability for 3. Funeral Rites, we've seen this one already. Dreadful Apathy, we saw this in the Planeswalker deck. Eidolon of Philosophy for 1-drop, enchantment creature spirit. For 7 mana, sacrifice this card to draw 3 cards. That's expensive. Voracious Typhon, that's cool. Creature Snake Beast, it's a 4-drop, escape 7, and exile 4 other cards. It escapes with 3 +1/+1, so it's a 7/7 for 7 mana from the graveyard. Interesting, pretty straightforward. Wings of Hubris. We saw this also. First uncommon is Agonizing Remorse. Beautiful card right there. Sorcery, 2-drop. In black, target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it, or a card from their graveyard. Exile that card, you lose 1 life. Second uncommon, Thundering Chariot. Artifact Vehicle. First strike, Trample Haste for a 4-drop, and crew 1. Third one is Escape Velocity, Enchant Creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+0 and has haste. Okay. And our rare for the pack is Storm Herald. This is one of those sleeper cards that might do something. So not quite yet at that. I don't think it's above $1, but still cool. Haste, when Storm Herald enters the battlefield, return any number of aura cards from your graveyard to the battlefield attached to your creatures you control. Exile those auras at the beginning of your next end step. If the auras would leave the battlefield, exile them instead. So that's cool. Could lead to some pretty crazy plays. That's our rare for the pack. And here's a Plains regular and a wall token. Pretty tame pack so far. Alright, let's just end this video when we hit 20 minutes and just go from there. Okay. There you go. Did you guys pick up any boxes during pre-release? How did it go? How did the drafts go? I didn't get to partake this time. Sunmane Pegasus. There you go. Sunmane Pegasus and gains Vigilance and Lifelink until end of turn for 2 mana. It is a 4-drop. Nope. No thanks. Nyxborn Seaguard. That's cool. New way of saying seahorse. It is a big old dumb 2/5 for a 4-drop. No thanks. Thrill of Possibility. Instant 2-drop. As an additional cost to this cast, to the spell, discard a card, draw 2 cards. Okay, pretty straightforward. Soul Reaper Mogus. Omen of the Hunt. There's 250 cards in this set. Flash, when Omen enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle your library. Or for 3 mana, sacrifice Omen of the Hunt, scry 2. Hubris. Flicker of Fate, love this thing. Thirst for Meaning. Draw 3 cards, then discard 2 unless you discard an enchantment card. Funeral Rites. Eidolon Philosophy. Wolf Willow Haven. Enchant land. Whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds an additional green forest mana. Or for 5 mana, sacrifice this card to create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. Activate this ability only during your turn. Pretty straightforward. Second is Heliod's Punishment. Very cool. What is that? What is that? That doesn't look like a signature. Not sure what that says. Maybe it might be a signature. Enchantment Aura. Heliod's Punishment enters the battlefield with 4 task counters on it. Enchanted creature can't attack or block. It loses all abilities. It has tap, remove a task counter from Heliod's Punishment. Then, if it has no task counters on it, destroy Heliod's Punishment. Yeah, interesting. That's pretty cool. Mirror Shield. Equipped creature gets 0/2 and has hexproof, and whenever a creature with Death Touch blocks or becomes blocked by this creature, destroy that creature. That's cool. Equip 2. I like this. And our rare is Thassa's Oracle. Ooh, that's a lot of reading. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is your devotion to blue. Put up to 1 of them on top of your library, the rest on the bottom, in a random order. If X is greater than or equal to the number of cards in your library, you win the game. That's pretty cool. Alternate win condition and a boatload of scrying for 2 mana. That's pretty cool. And another regular art and a satyr. Okay, it looks like we have time for maybe one more. Really going slow with this. But we're here to soak it all in. Okay, we got Final Flare. Cool. Reminds me of Vegeta. Instant 3-drop. As an additional cost to this cast the spell, sacrifice a creature or enchantment. Final Flare deals 5 damage to target creature. Transcendent Envoy. Flying aura spells you cost cost 1 less to cast. That's a tongue twister. Riptide Turtle, we saw this in the theme deck. Thrill of Possibility. Lamp Heads, we saw that. Skola Grove Dancer, we saw this one. Moga's Favor. Enchanted creature gets +2, -1. Escape for 3 for a 1-drop. Revoke its existence, we saw this in the Planeswalker deck. Inspire Awe. Prevent all counter damage that would be dealt during this combat that would be dealt by enchanted creatures. Enchantment Scry 2. We saw this one too, I think. Actually, no, this is a green card, right? Flamox Cyclops. There we go. Fateful End. We've seen this one. Mirror Shield. We just saw this one. Cling to Dust. That's a cool one. Exile target creature. Target card from graveyard. If it was a creature card, you gain 3 life. Otherwise, you draw a card for 1 mana. That's pretty cool. Our rare for the pack is Eat to Extinction. Exile target creature or planeswalker. Look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into your graveyard. Alright. Yeah, I think we have time for one more. We've got Omen of the Sun. When Omen of the Sun enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 white human creature soldier tokens, and you gain 2 life. For 3 mana, sacrifice Omen of the Sun, scry 2. Lots of scrying in this set. Deny the Divine. Counter target creature or enchantment spell. If that spell is countered this way, exile instead. That's cool. It's always good to have some negate. Nyxborn Brute. Gift of Strength. We definitely saw this one in a previous pack. Blight Breath. Catoblepus. Dreadful Apathy. Eidolon Philosophy. Voracious Typhon. Hubris. Shimmerwing Chimera is our first uncommon. Flying at the beginning of your upkeep, return 1 other target enchantment you control to the owner's hands. That's cool. Farika's Spawn, that's a cool looking card. Escape 6. Exile 3 other cards from your graveyard. Blah blah blah. Farika's Spawn escapes with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. When it enters the battlefield this way, each opponent sacrifices a non-creature non-Gorgon creature. We've seen that one. We've got Thundering Chariot, and our rare is Ashiok's Erasure. Flash, when Ashiok's Erasure enters the battlefield, exile target spell. Your opponents can't cast spells with the same name as the exiled card. When Ashiok leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to its owner's hand. That's cool. Ooh. Okay. We've got Renata, Call to the Hunt. This is one of those showcase cards and it looks great. It's an uncommon, full hollow. Renata's power is equal to your devotion to green. Not bad. For a 4-drop. Nice. Each creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. I like. There we go. We've got a Nightmare token. Alright, that's going to do it for this video, guys, before we run out of time. Thanks for stopping by. If you like what you see, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel, and it lets you hit that notification bell down below. You'll get notified whenever we upload one of these videos, and there might be something good for you, too. So, thanks for stopping by, guys. Peace.